President Trump is dealing with challenges on two fronts this morning. First, a new health care bill, which may be dead on arrival.
Yeah, and also an escalating war of words with North Korea. Loyola Marymount political science professor Michael Genovese joins us now to talk about it all. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so Arizona Senator John McCain says he can't support the latest Republican plan to repeal Obamacare. And President Trump didn't take long to lash out at McCain. And our first question to you this morning is, what are the chances for this bill now, and who are the swing votes?
Well, you know, the stakes are very high, not just politically, but also we're dealing with America's healthcare system. And so we need to get beyond the politics and get to the substance as well. But this is going to be a close call. Right now, Susan Collins is the key swing vote. I'm guessing she'll vote no. Senator Murkowski of Alaska leaning no. But what John McCain did was he basically gave people permission to go against the bill and gave them cover. And so the bill, and Senator McCain talked about it, is the worst possible alternative that they've proposed. It hasn't been sent to committee. It hasn't been scored by the CBO. Virtually no one has read it. And so this is a failure in terms of policy, process, and politics. And they need to scrap it and start over.
You know, I was just saying to Amy, Senator John McCain is a hard guy to go after right now, considering what he's facing. But it seems like Senator McCain is voting with his heart and not like a politician who's running for re-election. Do you find that, Professor?
Well, he's probably almost certainly not running for re-election, given his age and given his health. And so I think he's opposed to this in terms of substance, but also process. He's very big on process, and that this violated the normal process was a very big thing to him. I also think it's personal. Candidate Trump's personal attacks, challenging him as a war hero, that's got to hurt. He was a war hero because he was in prison for a long time and he suffered for America. So I think there's some political and some personal matters involved in the decision of Senator McCain.
Interesting.
We want to turn to North Korea now. You know, for years the U.S. has, kept a close eye, but ignored a lot of the tough talk and the things that were going on. But in your opinion, is President Trump trying to fix a problem that he's actually created with this tough talk? Or was North Korea's, escalating nuclear plan going to go up no matter who was in office?
Well, the problem was and is Kim Jong-un of North Korea. His provocative actions, his threatening actions, and his provocative rhetoric. The problem is President Trump went for the bait and responded in kind. So you've got two spoiled children poking each other in the eye with a stick. Nothing good can come of that. And so, calling him Little Rocket Man. Right. All of his advisors warned him and said, don't provoke him personally because he'll respond. So why do you do it? I think President Trump can't help himself. I think, he's a transactional leader, he's a day trader, and any little thing that threatens him personally, he goes out and attacks. So separate the policy from the rhetoric. The policy towards North Korea is rational. He's slowly ratcheting things up, as he should, slowly pulling together a response to North Korea in a very responsible way. The rhetoric is incendiary, threatening, combative, and dangerous. And so it's hard to separate those two, but you really need to. And that's why President Trump's advisors all keep saying, don't poke him with the stick. It only plays into his hands. And so we're being played, and it's at great danger.
And back here at home, there's a special Senate election coming up in Alabama. How important is that race for President Trump, do you think?
Well, yesterday at his rally, he basically talked about how the press will respond if his candidate, Senator Strange, loses. And he's right. They will blame him because he's put his political reputation on the line. It's going to be a close call. He might lose. And so that just enforces the reputation that while Trump claims to be a great deal maker, negotiator, he can't close the deal. No legislation of note passed yet. Healthcare may go down if his chosen candidate goes down to a more conservative candidate that Trump's base really likes. The president looks like he's alone and lost.
So much to keep watching so closely. Thank you so much, Professor Genovese. We certainly appreciate it.